Someone from updates, one from CSC.
Guys, please mention your year also.
Okay. There are a lot of first years.
Yeah.
I don't think Saraswat had to introduce himself.
We will be starting the event by 10:10, and I think so we will let more people come, so then we can start.
Yeah.
First and second year. I don't think there are third and fourth years.
Since they're in the first year, they are very excited to meet you.
I think the third years have met me something.
They're very busy right now, I guess.
With what? Like,
Okay, I think we should start our session now. It's 10:10, and we can admit people while the session is going. So, hello
Yeah,
everyone, welcome to this session in conversation with Mr. Arka Ray, organized by CodeClub CU. We are pleased to have Mr. Arka, who is presently doing his M.tech in IISC Bangalore. He has qualified the GATE examination and secured an All India rank 9. He's a graduate of University of Calcutta in the year 2019. So this session we have divided into 3 parts. In the first part, we will have a general one-to-one discussion with Orkore. In the second session, second part, we will have questions mainly focused on GATE, and in the third part, you guys can have ask questions which on doubts you have even after those questions. And let me remind you that the questions we are going to ask are mainly shortlisted questions that you have given in the form. Okay, so let's start. So, Orkoda, how is your experience right now, the research you are doing at IISC Bangalore?
Well, frankly, it's not going well. The pandemic really derailed my plans. So, well, I have very small results, which maybe I'll try to publish. Let's see.
Can you tell us a bit about your research on what are you working right now?
So, there are problems. NP had problems, those which have no like polynomial time algorithms, right? They are not easily solvable, to say that.
Okay.
Okay, so what people try is try to solve them approximately. So for some problems that is even not possible, and what I'm trying to do is showing a particular problem is not possible to solve approximately. Basically, that's it. But
okay,
that's
okay. Orko, there is one question that intrigues everybody, that after scoring Air 9, why did you choose ISC instead of IIT Bombay, which is like a dream for all those JEE aspirants when they were in their class 12?
Okay, so mostly like people have this perception that IC is good for research, and the perception really plays into the GATE toppers. So what I saw was every person who is interested in research was going to ISC. So it's better to have a good peer group than so people who are interested in placements won't be talking about research. I don't expect them to. So
Yeah.
and there is always the faculty here is surely better at research, but that played into my decision.
Yeah.
Quite significantly. Yeah, that's.
So, since you are graduate from University of Calcutta, so how was your experience? Maybe like from the first year at CU.
Okay, like I expected a lot. Like I had a very high expectation, so it was bound to be shattered, I guess. So, uh, yeah. After that, it was like, okay, I have to live with it basically. Uh, So how do I differentiate? It's basically a typical experience. There is not much of a difference as such. Uh,
Oh, okay. And did you sit for any placement in the in undergraduate?
yes,
And
I sat for that TCS digital thing. Then I was okay.
okay.
I got one job. I don't think I want to waste people's time because I'm going to do M.tech anyways.
uh, and there is one confusion people face, especially as we have many students from first year, that how much should we focus on coding if you want to give gate, or if you want to go do further research.
So gate is
I mean,
for gate you
people.
don't need. Okay, so I'll answer all the parts. Like gate, you don't need coding. If you aim for gate, that's a very low bar. Like you, like if you're preparing for from first year, you will definitely crack the gate. No one prepares from first year. Okay, and the second thing is for research, it depends what you're doing. In my research, I don't need coding, not at all. Like it's purely theoretical, purely mathematical. Okay,
Okay.
but there is a lot of coding in most areas. So uh, for like for here we have something on operating system, security, operating systems, and all, and they need a lot of. So they don't expect you to know a lot. To uh, they uh, if you know C at least, then it will work for research. And finally, if you are going for competitive coding for probably
Yeah.
placements, uh, then there are a lot of resources where you can learn either C++ or people don't generally use Python, but you can learn Python for competitive coding as well. And Java is also a good choice. So I think Java or C++ is a good choice because they don't have that performance penalty. Uh, yeah.
Okay, so Dada, since you are in the IISc, can you tell us some interesting research that is going on there? Because, for example, here we are mainly focused on machine learning and those maybe blockchain. We don't know about the other fields of research that is going on in computer science presently. So, if you can tell us some that are going right now in IISc.
Okay. So regarding blockchain is a application of multi-party computation where uh, there are two or more people who want to calculate some function and they don't want to share their inputs. So probably there is a hospital, two hospitals which don't want to share their records but want to see how many TB patients are there. Probably. Uh, so then probably there are two satellites which might collide if they don't synchronize their routes, but they don't want to share their routes because of secrecy, some reason. Okay, so uh, MPC basically has a lot of application. One of them is blockchain, and all comes under cryptography. Okay, so this is one of the things we are doing. Then approximation algorithms. Mostly they work on algorithms, not negative results, but actually coming up with algorithms. Um, there is some work going on drones. I don't know what was it. Okay, I have not been looking at systems project much. So ML and systems project much, and uh, I guess most of my focus was on these topics. So I'm really not aware of other projects.
Okay, another thing that many people who want to do research, they always like to do some internship at maybe ISC or IIT. So can you tell us how to apply for internship at ISC? Those research internships?
I was thinking of this question, and the thing is, professors generally expect you to mail them, or they might, and they will have an application form in their website. So that is the only way. Like, except for there's something called Narendra Sumar's internship. You can look for it in the IISc website, I think. Otherwise,
Okay,
mostly
and
like
I mean, what do they require a good number of projects in your CV to get an internship? Is
they
there
cannot
something?
expect that. They won't expect that. That is impossible, right? So what they will expect is you read what their research is, and tell them what you find interesting in that. Okay, so perhaps they have done something in RL. So they don't say I am interested in RL. Read whatever they have done. At least read the abstract. That is readable generally. That's the introduction and abstract. So then tell them, then I don't know much, but I find this part interesting. At least try to read it. I think I know you won't understand much of it, but please try doing it. They will. So if you mail 10 of them, at least one will reply.
Okay. Uh, and one more thing that many people want to do masters in abroad, maybe USA or Germany or Singapore. So, what strategy should they follow?
So yeah, doing internships will be good, and I mean, you guys surely know about this, but you have to do internships and get good grades. I don't think doing industry internships maybe may may work because you're not going to do research in masters as such. I mean, if you write, I'm going to do research in masters, then they will expect you to do research internships. Like they have a SOP where you
Yeah,
mention what you want to do in the master's side. So if you are writing, I want to do research in this thing, then they will be expecting that you have done some research internship
from
uh, from
yeah,
nice places, like. And if you have written something like, uh, okay, I don't know what people write if they don't want to do research. But I guess then even a internship from a good company will work, but that is harder to get from our college. I mean, all the colleges here. It will be easy to get a research internship in IITs and ISI. ISI has that program on cryptography, right? You guys,
yeah,
you
yeah,
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
they
apply
have
to
a
that.
they have like a summer school or winter school where they do some projects in cryptography, I guess.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. They uh, they have that form with like quite difficult questions.
Yeah, yeah, and you need to solve
Yeah,
and mail them.
Try doing it yourself. They will really penalize you if they find out you have cheated. Okay, I mean, one of the batches got totally rejected because of that.
oh,
All right.
Like,
and
okay,
uh,
so
since
cheat.
you're doing masters in India, what are your perspectives about masters in India and masters abroad? I mean, if you have any knowledge on what are the differences.
Well, we, life is a bit easier here. That's it. I mean, so if the courses are have almost double the load, and I'm barely able to survive here, so I don't know what would I do there. And then the TAship I did had very less load. Like, so if you do masters there, you will have to take classes and will have to grade all the answer sheets. So I had to grade only one assignment. I mean, this is across all the IITs and all the places. They have a lot of TAs in IITs and ISCs, so they can divide the work and the workload becomes very small.
Wow. So now I think we should focus ourselves in the second part. we will be taking up questions from Chirantan on mainly gate related. So Chirantan, here you go.
Okay.
All right. So, since many people are in their very first year, and most of them are from first year and second year only, so they want to focus. They have not really decided what they want to do, and so there was a question which was asked quite a lot of time was, how should beginners utilize their time in coding as well as for the preparation of competitive exams? Like, do you have any previous insight? Like, how did you manage to manage your time in your BTech?
Not Do not prepare for gate per se, but just learn the subjects. Uh, and programming is a good use in the first year. I mean, uh, you're in the first year. Don't go for gate is such a small thing. You will finish it by the end of second year. Okay, so then you'll have nothing to do as such either. So I'm not saying that you'll be able to understand all the stuff by second year. You'll finish things by second year and then get frustrated. You'll see if you try. Okay, I think perhaps it's a better. It's better if you go slow and learn the subjects that are coming up, or maybe the subjects you're interested in.
All right. So can you tell me, like, what, how for how long did you focus mainly on Gate, and for how long was your like preparation focused on Gate particularly?
So I adopted this strategy only. Like I tried to learn all the subjects when they came up, but
Hmm.
uh, what I realized by the end of third year was like I didn't know much of almost five subjects. Okay, so uh, I think around September or October I started preparing those subjects along with giving tests. And there was this coaching thing which helped a lot. You know this tech with coaching.
Oh, yeah, they used to our head of the department of EC told that some free classes are organized by Techie funding by Gate Coach or something. Yeah.
Yes, so uh, every day there was one person who came. uh, so I think it was two classes a week, and uh, they took four classes for each subject. So it was more of a revision than actual
Hmm.
coaching.
That was like a more of a crash course or something like that.
Crash course or something that is probably more useful if you have 3 months left. I mean, yeah,
Well, that
you
will
know
be
most of the
useful.
stuff.
Yeah, that was useful for you because you went with learning all the subjects in depth as they came. But someone who
Yeah,
didn't do that will be in trouble if they just go for a crash course.
yeah. That is I think that is a problem with comparing preparation strategies.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mm,
So,
yes,
so yes, yes. So, some people have asked you in the questions that what were you have already told about your preparation strategy. So, what are some of the good resources and resources that you use during your GIT preparation?
okay. I was looking up stuff. I was not particularly looking using some resource. I think I used Geeks for Geeks a lot, but apart from that, I don't know. But I think Gate Overflow is a good resource. I found that after giving Gate, okay, so
Okay.
they have a huge community which discusses questions, previous year questions, new questions, and it's all free, by the way. I mean, and they will help you in college selection after Gate. So uh, yeah, that is a good resource, and you will find resources from there. So join that group or something. You'll find it on like if you search Gate Overflow, you'll get the details.
It's yeah, it's like Quora in a way, and also like Stack Overflow where people share ideas and we answer them. It's like
Yes, so that's a good place to start for Gate. Uh, yeah, What is a good resource for it? I mean, I was following mostly standard textbooks. So
Okay.
there was this a blog by Namita Kalra, the AIR one from 2018 gate. So I read it up, and I think you can also read it. She was also telling the same thing that I followed standard textbook. The only difference was that she was doing some job and she prepared for 3 months after quitting her job. Yeah. So she was a good student.
Yeah.
She was a really good student. She
Yeah.
had some 9 points during her bachelor's from some good NIT. So
Yeah. That's a, well, I guess getting a 9 pointer in CU is more difficult than getting a 9 pointer in in ITs though.
I don't know about IITs, but IISc is equally difficult. Uh,
Okay.
But yes, sure. Get, After getting into IISc, I didn't feel that like people were so shocked by the difficulty. I was okay. It's
You were
almost the
already
same.
prepared. You already had a buffer of CU for 4 years, so you were prepared already.
Okay.
So, okay. So another question which came up was, can an average students get a top rank in GATE by preparing well?
That is a very vague question, but I'll try to answer. Let's see. By an average student, I'll assume he has not learned anything by third year. Okay. Even then, probably 1 year of preparation. I think uh, in 1 year one can learn a lot. Probably not get the top ranks, but yes, I think you will learn a lot. I mean, you can get at least 500 or something uh,
Uh,
with 1 year of
with
preparation.
1 year of preparation, 500 rank is possible. Okay.
Possible. I'm not guaranteeing that.
Yeah. So if they put in
I mean,
that effort.
put in that much of effort. Like you have to realize you haven't worked, like done anything for the first 3 years. So that's the average student you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So
But 1 year is absolutely necessary, I think, if you don't know anything. I
yeah.
mean, you have the maths part you will have to do continuously because it develops over time, not suddenly.
Hmm.
You can learn other things.
And it's also everywhere. In every subject, you will find that application of maths. And so, what are some of the major mistakes that students make by preparing for GATE? So, can you tell something from your experience?
People don't probably give practice tests as much as they should. Like they should start giving practice tests from almost October or September, something like that. Because
Hmm.
people think that okay, I have not completed everything. I should wait till I complete, and that will go on forever. Okay, so
Hmm.
start giving practice tests. As it will be bad news. Like first practice test will be always bad news, even if your preparation is very good. Like
So,
so,
yeah, giving tests will help, right? So,
yes,
can you tell us which? There are many test series available. So, would you suggest one which you use or something like that?
I think go with the one which most people have enrolled. But if you're asking for what I did was I went with ACE. That's not the best one. That's just the first name I heard.
Hmm.
I just got the first name I heard, and then okay, it will work. I was like, okay, it will work. It doesn't matter really. So
Hmm.
I still think so, but if you are looking for the best option, is it's always the test series that all the people are going for. The reason is simple. If everyone is going for the test series, there is assurance of quality is always there, and the second reason is perhaps more important that you get to you get an accurate representation of the rank.
Yeah. Mm.
Many people
So
are appearing, so like if you are first there, probably you will get a good rank. I mean,
mm.
if you're getting 100, maybe you will get at least 500 in gate.
uh, like yes. So the most popular one is the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
interestingly.
Okay. So so what kind of questions were like are generally asked in an IISc interview? So can you answer that?
Okay, so I didn't give ISC interview, but I know some questions. Like they're generally they give you options to like choose a topic, then answer those questions, and they are generally very basic questions, but they will always have some twist. So. Uh, Someone asked for a combinatorics question. Okay, so he was given this inequality to prove that 2ncn is
Mm.
less than n plus 1 into. Okay, I did the opposite, I think. 2ncn into n plus 1 is less than 2 to the power n plus 1, something like this. Okay, or to the power 2n, something like this. And it will looks it looks so difficult that some people won't even attempt it, but it's really one line reasoning. If you so uh, uh, they ask difficult questions which look difficult, but they're easy. Generally, that's the point I'm trying to make. That
So
Yeah,
basically tricky questions which are
tricky
like
questions, right? Tricky questions. I didn't do a good job of explaining that.
okay. So all right
And
then.
they'll help you, like they are not so it's totally different from any viva you ever had. Okay, they will help you along the way. Like they will
Hmm.
they will not pose you the question and then say, "Are you can't even solve this." They will never do that. Okay,
Yeah.
if you are stuck, they will give you a hint. They will see if you can use that hint
Hmm.
and work it out. uh, you will probably get stuck again. Then they will give another hint. So basically, they will see how you use the hints also.
Hmm.
Most of the time, people are not able to solve the questions they give instantly, without any hints. So yes, even for
So
this question, the guy got a hint. So yeah.
so do you think that what matters more, the grade score or the gate score or the interview? If the interview goes bad but your gate score is good, so what will be the effect?
So if you do have, so every program has its own rule. So for M.tech coursework, there is no interview. There is no there was no test. So
Okay.
obviously, gate score
Hmm.
is everything. But
Hmm.
for M.tech research, they just select the candidates based on gate score. Then they throw out the gate score.
Okay. So
They
basically,
don't even look at the gate score. Okay.
so basically that acts as a filtering criteria, and then they take an interview for selection.
Somehow that actually is a good practice. I mean, I mean somehow uh, uh, better students come in from M.tech research. Actually, most
Well,
of them are in a way like better equipped to study here because they have gone through that process,
hmm.
and gate doesn't
Gate
really
is a
prepare you.
one-day event, right? So gate is a one-day event. So if one day can go bad, but a person who has his like basics clear, then an interview will certainly test that. If you don't have your basics clear, even if you have a good gate score, that will be a problem for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the ECE students here have asked, well, how should an ECE student go deep into coding like a CS student, or should they just stick to their
Okay. So.
domain?
Probably go ahead. They should do a bit of coding, I think. They should do a bit of coding because I have seen a lot of things, a lot of uh, coding come up in their field. I mean, yes, they have to do a bit of coding at least. I think they will learn that much of coding by the end of the B.Tech. But
So,
the advice I will give is don't be scared of it.
so yeah, you should be that much competent that you're not scared of it, but you don't need to like master everything, right?
Hmm.
So, so as you know, Gate has been like is a 2 year like it happens like for 2 years right now. So third years can appear and also fourth years can appear. So what should a aspirant who is wanting to give Gate in third year should do, which is different from the one who is appearing in his fourth year?
Really learn the subject. I mean, for fourth year, maybe you can uh, think about mugging up something and have like there may be some problems in your concepts. Still, you just mug up things or do something like that. But don't compromise when you're giving it in third year. It will. I mean, you're compromising that year's gate and the next year's gate.
Yeah. So, did the Gate can Gate preparation in a way help you in your engineering, like the concepts that you have to learn that by if you're preparing for Gate, will that also get cleared? Like, very is that true? Like,
So if you are just people do it in different ways. The way I was suggesting will definitely help. Like
hmm.
go through the concept. If you go through the concept, I would rather say don't prepare for grade, but prepare for learn the subjects.
Hmm.
Okay, so that kind of a preparation does help because it's meant to help in everything.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, don't be so fixated on gate. Okay, there is GRE and
Hmm.
everything. You're just in your first and second year, so at least try to get a good grade. I know this is hard, but try to get a good grade and try to get an internship is probably possible because they used to say that you won't be able to leave uh, during your this like when your semester is going on. But these days all the internships are work from home, so you'll
Hmm.
be able to apply these days, so that is taken care of. Some good thing coming out of COVID.
Yeah, that's probably the only good thing because otherwise they don't really give the no objection certificate that you need
Yes,
to go for an
so
internship.
please go for an internship and try to get good grades. I think if you go for some internships, even then, if so, you can talk to Devnath Kundu from our batch. He
Yeah, yeah.
got an admit. You know that?
I know him through like we had to email him to get this our Code Club emails adminship from him. So he was the admin before us, and
Uh-huh.
we
So
got from.
talk to him about this US admission process. He knows a lot about it, and he got admit in some like if you look at CS rankings, it was some rank 50, so around IISc only. Uh,
Hmm.
so, he had good grades, almost 8.8 or something.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good grade comparing to CU standards.
or it was in for one semester. I don't remember. Now you'll have to ask him. No, don't take my word for it. I have no idea. But he surely had good grade, better grades than me. That's for sure.
All right. So another question, if I may ask, like there are many programs in IISc, but for your program, like what was the starting and the ending rank that they took from the gate? Do you have any
I
idea about
think
that?
it was 60. Ending was 60.
60.
Mm.
Okay.
And for typical students. So, and I think if you are interested, by the way, if you are interested in ML and other things, then you should not go for CS M.tech, but rather AI M.tech. That is actually better for AI, my AI ML stuff.
Hmm.
And uh, just in case you get a good rank, I'm telling you, and you somehow decide to come to ISC. Uh-huh. And if you're interested
So
in research, don't go for any of these. Go for M.tech research.
yeah,
Even if you are the first, get topper,
yeah.
go for
So
M.tech research.
M.tech, is that a 3 years course in IISC?
You
It's a
can
two
finish
years
it
course.
in one. It's the statutory limit is 1 year. People do it in people can do it in any amount of time they want, but the upper limit is 2.5 years. If you try
Yeah.
to stay above that, they will kick you out. Yeah.
So
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 one
apart
guy
from
has finished before me. He finished in April. Sorry, March. Like March 30.
so the course load varies accordingly, like right. So the
They
faster
don't
you want
have.
to.
They have three subjects, three courses, and
Okay.
then it's all research. They write a thesis. If their thesis is finished, they can leave anytime they wish to.
So if research is a priority for anyone, then M.tech research would be a better option than M.tech.
Option.
Yes. Okay. So, um, so like apart from the classes which were organized by TechApe in our campus, did you take any other coaching or did you do it on your own?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. The only reason I took coaching was those free. They were free. I
Well,
would like they are basically money making institutes, so they don't really care about students getting a good rank or something. Okay,
so
I'll have to justify that, but okay, I'll leave it at that.
do you think like taking a coaching for specifically GATE exam, like in a way, like diminishes the concepts you might develop by reading standard books and stuff like that?
That's why I was not recommending a coaching as such.
Yeah.
Probably does.
Yeah. So
Okay, maybe depending on circumstances, you should take a coaching, but
yeah,
I wouldn't like that.
yeah.
Personal taste.
So, um, so, so what are the opportunities that there are after GATE? Like apart from IITs and IISC, like M.tech. So, what are the opportunities that you can have?
You know about PSUs, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
but they are being sold.
oh, acha. And the final thing is you can get MBAs in some colleges, like good colleges. I think you can get MBA in NITI, Mumbai, even in ISC has also a management program that also has good placements, so you can try that. I mean, there are masters programs in some colleges which accept GATE scores, so you can try that. Obviously, NTU, NUS is there, but again, that only like helps you in case you don't have a GRE and all else is there. So
Background, yeah,
uh,
and also
I,
what you have done.
I don't, I don't think that will be the case for someone giving GATE.
Well, actually, I think if someone wants to go to NTU and NUS, then you should probably focus more on the internships and paper publishing than on preparing for GATE.
Yeah.
And also your grades in college.
That is harder, I guess.
So that's probably the all of the questions which were asked. So if anyone has any questions apart from these, you can either unmute yourself and ask it directly or write it in the chat box. Though we will prefer you unmuting and asking it directly. So anyone has any questions that you want to be answered?
I have a MCA degree, so I'm actually learning from MCA in Calcutta University. So if I give
Okay.
GATE, so which colleges accept MCA and GATE? Like most of the colleges doesn't. Like
Yeah, that is a good point. I was asked this when I was in bachelor's, and I don't have any answer now. I'll get back to you if I get an answer. I mean, through these people. Okay. Okay. That's a
Okay,
good
thanks.
question. That's a good question. Okay. You have a BCA and a MCA, right?
No, I have actually BSc and MCA.
BSc and MCA. Okay. Uh, okay, I'll look into it.
Anyone else has any question?
Well, this might be too specific, but any topics, or we already know the weightage for CS, but any topics or loopholes or something we need to be concerned of, what we need to focus on for the
You
CS
should
gate?
be, you should be really focused on things you don't know. I mean, I was very uh, worried about operating systems. For I think most of the CS guys know why. Uh, uh, yeah, it's.
The
I think
professor probably.
okay. I don't want to say that. Okay, and yeah, basically that is what you should be concerned about, not subjects as such. Okay, so I said that before. Like maths, you have to do continuously because you don't develop mathematical skills in one day, or like you need time to develop maths. So you should be concerned about that if you are looking for something to be concerned about.
So we have a question in the chat box also that
Hmm.
we have. We can read it. I can read it aloud. So I am an optics and optoelectronics student. So what subject should be comfortable for me in GATE?
Get CS? Let him answer. Uh, Amritash, is it Gate CS you're talking about? Okay. I mean, Gate
So
as a whole.
I guess there are. I guess the question is basically optics is they're not there as a subject of its own in GATE. So
Oh,
which
acha, electronics. It's probably electronic. Uh, you can opt for electronics, I think.
Hmm.
Why are they not adding optics? I mean, they have added statistics
They've
and
added
all those.
humanities also.
Yes, odd
So,
people.
so Saket Ranjan is asking, Dada, do CSC and IT have
CS, huh? For same paper for GATE. They used to have a different paper, but they combined them for it has been combined for somewhere around 4 to 5 years. There is no point to have separate papers. I don't see a point of having two separate programs either. But there you have it. Like there are two programs for no good reasons.
so
I mean, do you see a reason for IT? Tell me if you see.
so I have a question of my own. So after your GATE, so GATE is like one step in your admission process to any IIT. So what after GATE? Like after GATE, what are the steps that you had done to like before your
For me,
final
it was
admission?
the start and end. It was like the start and end. So, okay,
Yeah,
if
so
you're talking about
you have an
process,
AIN 9. So you have an AIN 9. You don't need to worry about
okay,
that
so
much.
if you're talking about process as such, then there's you have to apply till end of March, I think. Huh? Like March 30th is the deadline for most IITs and IIScs. Then there is something called COAP. It's like JOSA for JE, but it works a bit differently. So you get offers from each of the IITs separately, and you accept one of the offers in that portal. Okay, and there are after that there are rounds, like you have options to accept and freeze, accept and upgrade, that kind of options. It's very similar, but I think you should read about it when you get there. Don't be too bogged down. Like I'll help you. Call me if you need help in that.
Okay. All right. So Pushpendu Banerjee, Roshan Kumar is a bit angry because we skipped the discussion about PSUs because so
Okay.
so
I mean, I don't have much to contribute to. So one thing about PSUs, I learned that they only consider the fresh gate score, and people think that's. And the second thing is like people think it's 70-30, but that 30% counts. Don't be lazy after getting a good rank. Like even the toppers can get rejected because like that 30% makes a lot of difference. It is almost like we had some 60-40 in J mains and that 40% was a huge thing for us.
so so the next question. So if we target for industry, and okay. So when did you start your gate preparation? I guess you have answered that already. Formally, you have started in September, I guess.
Hmm.
So
Okay, and target for industry, if you're targeting probably IITs. Yeah.
all right. So any other question?
Okay, so I should add something like
Okay.
IISC is having a very bad placement season. That's why I'm not even talking about IISC placements, but it's not that it's bad, totally bad. I mean, in general scenario, uh, if same company comes to IISc, they will offer a better position. Like they will give a better job to the IISc guy. That happens. I mean, the pay might be the same, but the
Hmm.
job will be better.
The
In the
profile will
sense
be
that
better.
the profile is always more interesting in IISc. So if you're looking for that, IISc is better in a sense. So, but I cannot guarantee job. Like it's IISc has some CU like characteristics. Okay, I'll.
Okay,
It's
I have a question about that. I have heard that they give you research papers to analyze and stuff on those research papers. You have to find out why this research did not work, something of that.
Okay, so there are all kinds of research papers. Okay, there are research papers which are you won't be able to read. The recent papers are very hard to read. Okay, but they generally give you something that you will be able to read. Like that is almost the same thing you will get in a textbook. But reading from a research paper makes you comfortable in reading a research paper. That's their point. And like so because it's old, probably some improvements have been made and you kind of know about it and you will be able to them figure them out like in a book you read all the like they all the research papers have been combined and presented in a nice way. So uh, they just want to make you comfortable. It's not as bad as it sounds. Okay, how to get good subject knowledge? Do professor focus on gate in CU? Okay, there is one guy who focuses on gate and no one else. And how to build good subject knowledge? Uh, I mean, read read books, go through videos. I don't know, very okay. Do exercises. That's like solve questions. Don't just read and watch videos. That's advice I will give. Yeah, like if you go through the material passively, you might miss what you are not learning. So that's the only advice I can give. Okay. How is preparation for ISRO different from that of GATE? I don't know. No, I didn't prepare for ISRO. Sorry.
Okay, there is a question we missed out that Orijit Chakraborty asked that any insight on M.tech in data science?
M.tech in data science. So M.tech in data science is not there here, but I think it's possibly a similar program somewhere else. these programs, you have to look at the specific college. I cannot comment on all M.tech in data science as such, but if it's so in our case, it's a very good program because it teaches you the foundation in the first semester, then goes into ML in the second semester, and that is the way to learn. And so even so in jobs they ask, even in jobs, if they are good companies like Flipkart or Mastercard or Goldman Sachs or something like that, or Microsoft, so they ask very basic questions, and um to answer them you have to have a clear foundation, not like knowing buzzwords won't work there. Like everyone
And
knows buzzwords.
that means that your gate preparation can help you crack those job interviews, I guess, if you have really focused
No, generally
on
they
learning
have
those
coding
subjects.
so as they have either a coding test. No, the subjects for ML related fields are different. That's why they have a first semester dedicated to building foundation. That's why I was saying that it depends, but generally, if you are interested in ML or AI, you should go for a ML program. Yeah, but you should look at the specific program because all these are different. They are not standardized till now. They have minor differences, and the place you are going into might have a very bad data science program. So look into it. Don't just go there. You can be CS is a very safe option, but uh, it might be better than CS if you research it properly.
Okay, one more thing, that is for those who's giving in the third year, there is one problem that everybody faces, the time management, because in one side you're learning a new subject and on the other side have to prepare for it simultaneously. And especially I think there is a compiler design that is actually in the fourth year. So it will be a bit difficult for them to, I mean, prepare all those subjects and give it in the February exam. So what are your views on those?
So I learned compiler before the final sim. That, except for that, everything else I did learn before, along with the flow. But I think people should not do that. Maybe you can go a bit faster than your college, like whatever suits you. I mean, don't go so fast that you don't learn things, but go faster than your college. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
won't be able to finish it before gate.
And one more thing, many people actually from other streams go for GATE in CS.
Hmm.
For example, in electronics or IT or chemical, many people actually do give GATE in CS. So what suggestion should you would give them? How should they
Uh,
prepare for it?
it's the same as average student, I guess.
No,
As an
actually,
average student
They
didn't
need to
learn
work.
anything.
They need to work like more than the average CS people who have already
Who
studied in
have
data analysis.
programming. See, the
actually,
thing is, the
they don't.
only edge people have no, CS people have over them is they know programming. That's it. I don't think
Yeah.
that is a good. Actually, programming is almost like 25 marks in GATE. I think. Is it? I don't remember it correctly, but I think it is. So that may play. So try to learn programming from the start. I think that helps you in other things also.
Hmm. Any other questions? Anyone has?
Okay, my answers helping anyone? I don't know actually.
It is helping everyone. Like
Yeah,
we have gained a lot of insight about what's it like. The most important insight we have gained is like CU, IISC has similar workload like CU.
Yeah, that is surprising in a sense. I'll not be surprised if you guys are very relaxed when you come here. Like some of you come here, at least. Like if you are preparing for GATE with CU, that's a feat in itself. I got lucky when some things were postponed and all that, so I had some 1 month's free time before preparing, so that might
Some
happen.
people do have an edge right now because, well, the pandemic situation and classes are online. So, anyways, some of the classes, like, it's better to skip those classes and do your preparations on the side.
We had compulsory attendance. Yeah, you don't have it. De facto, you don't have it.
Yeah. Online, you can only join and mute the Google Meet and do your classes on side. And prepare on side.
Yeah.
Because
But we
some of
don't.
the classes
But
people
but
don't do
we,
it
but we don't.
properly.
Professors are not really concerned about the attendance.
Huh?
I mean,
Really?
I'm telling that the professors are not really concerned about the attendance much now, like when the classes are online.
I mean, it's a requirement for them also.
Yep.
They are happy not to take attendance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other branches, how to start their coding preparation and advancement on it.
Coding preparation, how to start? Okay. Other people, do you have any suggestions? I mean,
I guess just starting like doing the best way of doing it is like practicing, and once you keep on practicing, you will get competent with coding and reading code at some point of time.
And I think the different mentors have already like shared some resources on the Discord server. If you want to start
Oh, yeah,
coding afresh.
do you have a Discord server? Oh, nice.
We have a Discord.
Someone shared my answer from Coda.
Ranjul.
Oh, it's Ranjul.
Yeah.
I remember this book. Yes, this OS book. I found it out on my prof's website. This is very. It has funny dialogues and the book is nice. No, not like that book. What was that name? Something with starts with D, right? The author's name is something starting with D. Delvin, whatever it was. I don't remember.
Galvin is for operating.
Galvin is Galvin is for operating system. There's another book for operating systems in CU. Like they use that in CU. I don't remember the book's name. Okay. In any case, this is a interesting book. You should look at it. Like, even if you don't want to study it, just look at the dialogues. They're very interesting. 3 pages. Like maybe you will start enjoying OS.
So, anyone has any other questions?
Guys, come on. We have a senior with us. Ask everything you want from about CU or anything you want. Why are you so quiet, man?
A
Okay,
question
let
that's
me ask
bugging
you, who was your favorite professor in CSC department?
Yeah.
Good question.
Good question.
Good question.
The thing is, I don't want to answer this. Okay, if you get me when like there are only 2 or 3 of you around, I'll answer this.
Okay.
How is placement in CU?
How is placement in CU? You guys know it, right? I mean, it was worse for us. I think everyone in our batch is placed now, but no one was placed. Almost no one was placed after they left college. Like just after they left college, it was some 30-40% placement in a batch of 40 people. That says a lot.
And what was the best company that came apart from TCS?
Uh, I
Maybe the
don't
highest package.
remember. I think that NRI Infotech or something was there. NRI FinTech, sorry, NRI FinTech. There was a FinTech company that was probably better than the others. Does it come now? Like Narula or something, NRI FinTech.
We don't really have
We
No,
have
any.
no,
no
actually.
idea. We
Do you have any idea regarding placements?
No,
no, not
it's a
really.
mystery actually.
No one knows when it happens. No one knows how it happens. No one knows where it happens.
Actually,
But
when we are in first year, we saw many people one day that people were wearing shirt, pant,
Yep,
all
they
dressed
were
up for.
informal.
I think it was for Infotech, L&T Infotech.
LNT Infotech.
Yep.
Oh yes, L&T Infotech started coming from this year. Uh, I mean, the only reason people are wearing those kind of formal shirt is either placement or that first year exam. You had that exam, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was that
yeah.
exam?
Yep.
English exam or something like
English,
that.
English,
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
the
lab.
management one. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess we can end the session now. It's already been an hour. So thank you guys for joining, and also uh, if any one of you have any doubt like how to join our Discord server where we have a WhatsApp group. Anyone new here, then they can stick around till the end, and we will give the details in the
Chat
chat
box.
box. And also, if you want to know, some people were asking me before the session, like how to start with competitive coding. We can do that after the session. And also, there
I
is
have
one more
not
question.
read that book.
Yeah.
I have not read that book, but yeah. Tell me if it's good. I don't know. It's used some in some colleges, but I don't know if it's good. Sorry, but I can't read all the books in for one subject, especially OS. Syllabus, U syllabus.
Yep. Yep. They actually give a list of books that you can study.
Okay, well, some of them they will never use.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
just put it in the
By
list.
by the time you're like appearing, I think you'll have an insight which to study and which to not.
Hmm.
You have your peers and everything.
I mean, this is in the list of books by CU or Gate.
I don't think
I,
Gate suggests any book like that.
No.
Such-
In our 4-year syllabus has a list of prescribed
some
books for
suggestions.
each.
I guess like skimming the book through will help in judging if the book will be helpful for you or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just going to the library and turning the pages of the book will help you to like get an idea.
Probably that people do before the exams. So that needs to change. If you want to learn something. I understand if you don't like every subject, that is not possible. But at least get some knowledge in some subjects. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Bye. Oh, Acha,
so
you have some.
just a minute. So everyone who is present here, kindly can if you could kindly turn on your video so that we can take a screenshot so that we can share on our platforms. That will be great. Uh, all right.
Do we have everybody? There's 49 people, 36 people.
So you won't have everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone-
sure. Chirantan, you can increase the number of
I
the
have
pictures
already,
there.
I've already,
Oh, you have done it.
I've already
Yeah,
made
yeah.
it to maximum. All right. Okay. So thank you all for attending, and thank you, Orkada, for
Yeah,
like
taking out your
joining
time.
us today and giving us some time from your busy schedule, so
Yeah,
that
I think so. Most of our doubts were cleared due to
yeah,
this session, and
and
lots of people had lots of doubts regarding GATE exam and IISC Bangalore especially.
actually,
And most of the doubts were cleared
this
during the
lesson had
session.
the most number of registrations of any of the of our previous events, so that says a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
At least
actually.
you didn't say that to me before. If you had said that to me before the session, I would have really panicked. Thanks for not saying that before the session. Okay,
So,
good luck.
all right, then thank you for
All right,
attending.
thank you,
We
Orkut.
look forward to seeing you
Yeah,
sometime.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Maybe
look
you
forward to
will
see you
visit
sometime
our
later this
college
year.
sometime if you get time. If you are in
Yeah.
Kolkata.
Yeah, I mean,
Or we will
I
have
mean, if,
another online session sometime later this year.
there
Yeah,
was supposed to be a reunion. I would have visited then, so I will visit
Yeah, yeah.
during those reunions.
Yeah, that will be great.
I'll be coming at least once a year, so don't worry. If this doesn't hold,
well,
okay.
situations don't
Goodbye.
seem to be currently.
Chirantan, we should like wrap it up.
All right, then. So we are formally concluding the session today, right here. And I hope you all have enjoyed it, and we will be looking forward to future sessions ahead. All right, then. So thank you all for
Thank
attending.
you.
Thank you.